ना हम तो पर इसमें देख रहे हैं ना ये आएगी पिक्चर।
From the land. You deny them opportunities in their villages because of the kind of policies of globalization and industrialization. And there are no opportunities growing in the cities. In fact, you're shutting down opportunities in cities too. You're bulldozing slums around Delhi railway station. Now there's no people. They're building shopping malls. Those people have to go somewhere. If you don't have a hut in a village and you don't have a hut in a slum, where else will the poor be but on the streets and on the pavements? In places like India called the third world because colonialism exploited us. But the new form of colonialism, this global economy controlled by giant corporations, is pushing the poor of this country beyond the third world level. And it has allowed a handful of Indian corporate houses to emerge as the richest billionaires of the world. The second, third, and the fourth, and the eighth richest men of the world are today Indians, while millions lose their home and are on the streets. It can't be the future because such polarization is unstable. The current phase of globalization is about privatizing the last resources of the poor, whether it be water, or it be seed, or it be the land of the peasants. And there is no way the world can survive if 70% people have nothing to live on. ठीक ठाक दरबार ये तुम्हारे लिए डेबी ने ये भेजा है, मुझे थैंक यू कह देना। नमस्ते, ठीक हो?
बैग यहाँ रखना से जाना साथ कागज ही यहाँ
चल रहा है सेशन?
ठीक है, आप पी के लिए वेट कर रहे होंगे, सब खत्म हो
So much of the research that's been done on climate impact on agriculture is very artificial. Much of it is just modeling, not even a physical lab experiment, just an input into a computer model. I want to show you, besides the rain, on climate change. You know, our mango orchard, you can see the tops of the trees, yeah, with no leaves. That's because last winter and the winter before, for half an hour we had a frost attack so severe that mango, which has never had this damage, at least in all of my life I've never seen it. Now, frost doesn't even occur in climate prediction. Nowhere in the literature will you see extreme frosts. You know, one of the most hardy plants is the sugarcane. Very tough. But 2 years ago, again, the frost in the plains hit so badly that miles and miles and miles of sugarcane fields looked as if they had been set on fire. Because when frost strikes, it burns. Everything becomes brown.
बीज तो निकाल देना और ये बाकी काट दे, ये कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। जय पर इन बोलना सीला वही और बाकी काट चुके और इन बीज निकल जाओ हमारे, वो निकाल देना है।
This is our rice seed bank, and particularly in this room we have 480 rice variety, and this label says variety name and harvesting time and year and plot number from which plot we harvest this rice. And in this 480 variety of rice, you can see different color and different scent. Some of them very yellow, some of them very red, and some of them black. You can see one variety of this. This is yellow. And now we have to remove this rice out because this rice we put in on this box last year, and now we'll put new rice variety in this box.
अब खत्म हुई नहीं
Well, Bija was an unemployed woman in the city and came to me to look for a job, wanting to wash dishes, because that's the job most people offer, someone to do cleaning for them. And in my family, we believe in cleaning your own dishes, cleaning up your own mess. Even here at the beach with your feet, we make sure everyone washes their own dishes after their food. So I told her we don't have those kind of jobs in this family, but I am saving seeds, and I would love it if I can get some help. Do you know anything about it? And she said, yeah, before I got married and came to Dehradun, I was in a village and I used to be do farming. So I put her on the job of helping me in seed saving as I was building up Navdanya. And at that point, we didn't have a farm, we didn't have land. I used to work with farmers, but I used to save seeds in the garden of our own home in the city. And she used to work there. And then when I could save a little money, and my parents helped me, and I bought the first bit of farm, then we started a seed bank here, and Bija's been with me since then. Now, the wonderful thing, of course, is that she came to wash dishes, but her name was Bija, which means the seed. And I said to her, the real work for you is not washing dishes, it's for saving seeds. So if you know it, I'd love to keep you for that. And she's been tremendous.
ये वाला काट दो
कौन कह रहा है सीट पे
ये वाला ले लो
ले लेते हैं फिर क्या करेंगे
क्योंकि इसका है ना 80%
मैंने तो इतना निकालेंगे बीज कुछ को छोड़ देंगे
नहीं ये भी हो जाएगा ये भी पक्का होगा ना 80% तो है
ठीक है ये काट देते हैं
Darban, which means protector, was a farmer who came to work for me in Delhi as an office help to stamp letters that had to be sent out. And he did it quietly for 1 year. And at the end of the 1 year, he said to me, the work you're doing is very important. Because he used to read the letters he was mailing. And he was understanding I was creating these campaigns against no patenting on seed. This is way back in the early 90s, 90, 91, 92. And he could see the literature I was providing to the farmers to educate them about seed patenting, genetic engineering, monopolies. And he said, you know, I shouldn't be in Delhi. I should go back to my village. And he went back to his village. And in the first year had made 200 villages free of chemicals. Darban now is the manager of this farm. He's the manager of the courses, etc. So, in real effect, Navdanya now is run by farmers who are experts.
करो जल्दी करो जल्दी दूसरा मारो हाँ ये जल्दी और जल्दी करो
छोटी पानी लाइए, साफ पानी भर के लाइए। भाई क्या थी ना ट्रक की
है मम्मी ने धान मार्जिन लगा दे पूरी आग लगी अच्छी तरह पटड़ी कांगी मरे पटड़ी काफी चाहिए आ गया टंकी के अंदर टंकी खा लगी पन्नी के अंदर ही है
Just as it would be tragic for the seed to disappear in the field, it would be tragic for knowledge to disappear. And we know Bija is getting old and there needs to be a next generation seed keeper. So Sheila joined us 2 years ago and has learnt everything. So on the days Bija is ill and cannot come to work, Sheila is able to dry the seeds and store the seeds and keep them safely. And they don't do it alone. You know, we have Anand, which means joy, who works with them to do the labeling because both of them are illiterate.
Yeah.
But Anand can read and write. He does the weighing, he does the separations. They do the rest. So the team of all the farmers together do the 10 jobs that allow it to happen. Sheila is really the next, and I hope we'll get a new Sheila and we'll get another generation. There's this young girl called Poonam working, 18-year-old girl. And I'm now setting up a young ecologist campaign. We set up school programs in schools, in about 500 schools, for children to be seed keepers. So Bija to Sheila to the next generation, that's my dream, that just as we want to save our seeds in perpetuity, we want to have seed keepers with knowledge about the diversity. Because the day you lose knowledge about a seed, you've lost the seed. If you don't know how to recognize it, if you don't know that this seed is a 3-month seed, this seed is an aromatic seed, this seed has to be planted under these conditions, you've lost the seed anyway.
वही बात बोली मैंने
गरे में चामल छालना वाला
अगर मां बोल तो पूछना कि इटे भेजा जरा वखा मैं मुंह लोड़े नहीं बहुत चिनवा
ए मेरे हाथ पिछले
तुम हाथ ले
शुभम मत कर बेटा ये वीडियो लोड बोले नो मैं जब लॉगिन नो पर
वो मारे कपड़ा उनसे
21 years ago, I thought it was wrong that a few companies should control the seed supply of the world. It was wrong that 5 companies should be life lords, just like we used to have landlords. And because I say what I think and I do what I say, I like to be the change I want to see, as Gandhi said, I started Navdanya. Today, the challenge we face is the challenge of defending the future. In the past, land was colonized, people were colonized. But today, by the recklessness of corporate greed, the future itself is being colonized. It's being wiped out in front of our eyes. With climate change, we will see disasters so severe. Sea level rise, melting of glaciers. In Ladakh, the glaciers are melting so fast that farming will be impossible. If the Himalayan glaciers melt and our Ganges, which starts about 3 valleys from here where I sit, there will be no water for 500 million people in the Ganges basin. So we are talking about a very serious threat to the future. So along with defending the seed and biodiversity, I now stay committed to defend the future. For that, we are focusing on youth. We are focusing on children. We have started seed banks in our village schools. We have started cooking classes among the Delhi schools where 7% of the children are now obese and have diabetes. We started building a youth campaign to make them aware about seed. On the 2nd of October, which is Gandhi's birthday, every 2nd of October we remember Gandhi and non-violence. It has now been declared the International Day of Non-Violence. On that day, I released a new campaign, Seeds of Freedom. These seeds of freedom will be in the hands of our future generations, in the hands of our little children. The little children will protect the future as long as they know what's in the seed and the difference between seeds that are terminator seeds, seeds that are killer seeds, seeds that are robbing us of a future, and seeds that embody the future, the hope for a human future and the future for all species on earth. So seeds for the future. In the last few years, we've done seeds of hope to stop the farmers' suicides. Our seeds of freedom and seeds for the future will be the next generation of Navdanya's movement, so that the youth are aware. The alienated youth of the city recognize where their food comes from. And that is why at least half the participants in this course are students. We want them to learn what is so precious about these seeds. They will go away and spread this movement among their colleges, their universities.
Hace 12 días, estaré aquí como unos 25 días más o menos y llegué un poco buscando conocer el trabajo que hacen aquí con la agricultura ecológica y también con los grupos de mujeres, que es con lo que yo estaba trabajando en España, todo el tema de género y soberanía alimentaria. Y mi experiencia aquí está siendo muy buena. Yo trabajo por las mañanas y por las tardes con lo que haya que hacer, recoger arroz, la cosecha de arroz, pan, limpiar el arroz, pues diferentes cosas y sobre todo la experiencia de convivir con ellos y con ellas y bueno, y lo bien que te hacen sentir y que te tratan aunque no tengas muchos conocimientos sobre agricultura anteriores. Bueno, sobre todo al estar aquí y estar leyendo también sobre algunos artículos que ellos tienen, las experiencias, todo lo que ocurrió con el tema de la Revolución Verde, sobre todo en la región de Punjab, y el gran trabajo que se está haciendo aquí para conseguir la soberanía alimentaria aquí, recolectar las semillas locales, protegerlas y bueno, sobre todo yo creo en un momento como este, ¿no? En el que las grandes corporaciones han intentado, sobre todo aquí en esta parte de Asia, en India, han hecho pues apropiarse de todos sus conocimientos, de sus semillas, pues creo que es un gran trabajo el que están haciendo aquí desde el Banco de Semillas y todas las campañas que se están promoviendo desde Navdanya.
हाँ कूट रहा था क्या
future is threatened is because our thought frame, our time frame is shrinking. It's shrinking to 5 years for politicians who say, I must do what I can in 5 years to make myself richer and to make myself more powerful. They think in terms of 5 years. Corporations think in even shorter terms. They think in terms of quarterly return of investment. They think in terms of 4 months. Now, when you have such a short time frame, you will discount the future. You will destroy the future. In India, as much as in North America among the indigenous communities, we had a very different time scale. And our time scale was the 7th generation. Whatever you do, take a step, measuring your steps in terms of the impact of 7 generations to come. If it's going to leave a positive legacy for them, take that step. If it's going to harm 7 generations from now, stop it. In today's scientific knowledge, we call it the precautionary principle, but I think it is time we reclaimed the 7th generation logic, because we can see how the quarterly logic of Wall Street is not even helping Wall Street run itself. Forget them running the world. The world needs 7 generation thinking.
विष्णुम शरणागतिनाथम परित्राणम प्रायणम सर्वशाति हरिदेवी नारायण
काम हो गया आप लड़कियां के
भोजनकारी भाग है उस सीखो विष्णु मुदस्या शुक्ला संग्राह केतु सर्वे ग्रह शांतिकरा भवन्तु
काट के मैंने
अरे हरि
चला दी फूल जी सब जगह अब बाकी अपने आप करेंगे 10 मिनट काटते हैं दशहरा काटते हो ना
कष्ट दुख हरते ओम नमो पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव शिव शंभो ओम शांति 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 भवतु सर्वारिष्ट शांति भवतु हरि ओम महा
एक ब्राह्मण जी चलाओ इनको पंडित जी का खाना छोड़ो धर दो भाई और लड़कियां कहाँ खाती
ये पण एक कर गोभी की सब्जी रख दो थोड़ी थोड़ी मेरी माँ कह गए थे सूर वाले थे उन्होंने बताया ना
ले लो ना खीर तो खाओ
घुमा दिया आत्मा की 3 शक्तियाँ हैं। तो इसमें ये दिखा रखा है कि 4 युग होते हैं हमारे, एक सतयुग, त्रेता, द्वापर और कलयुग। इस समय कौन सा चल रहा है? कलयुग। तो कलयुग के बाद क्या आएगा? सतयुग में जो होता है ना, सतयुग में राधा और कृष्ण होते हैं, बौद्ध धर्म होते हैं यहाँ से, और धर्म शुरू हो जाते हैं। और फिर यहाँ पे जो कलयुग में है ना, कलयुग में बहुत सारे धर्म हो जाते हैं।
कैसे देवी देवताओं से बन करके सीढ़ी लेते लेते जन्म लेते लेते आज भारत की स्थिति ये हो गई। आज होता है ना ऐसे हिंदू मुस्लिम लड़ाई करते हैं, कहीं पे बाढ़ आ रही है, कहीं पे भूकंप आ रहा है, ठीक है। फिर यहाँ पर जो है द्वापर युग आ जाता है। इनकी सच्ची कथा यही है कि ये लोग जो है इस समय कलयुग के टाइम पे ये लोग तपस्या करते हैं, भगवान से शक्तियाँ लेते हैं, अपने संस्कारों को ये लोग कृष्ण की भी पूजा करने लग जाते हैं। यहाँ पे राम सीता की पूजा करने लग जाते हैं। ये देखो यहाँ पे हनुमान की, गणेश की पूजा कर रहे हैं।
Tivoldi planted this neem in 94. This is, neem is the case I fought 11 years because they had patented. This tree is very good for controlling pests and it's called the village pharmacy. And the Americans had patented it. So we fought the case for 11 years, and in 94 when Tivoldi first came here, we asked him to plant it. So he's standing near the tree planted as a little sapling. This is planting the future.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਜਾਓ ਜੀ ਓਏ ਘਾਸ ਤੇ ਨਿਕਾਲ ਯਾਰ
नहीं वो जड़ है।
मैं निकाल लूँगा।
ਜੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਰੱਖੀ ਆ
नहीं मैं निकाल। Let me give some tender love to it
absolutely
before it's done.
This is a tree called the bale. And the bale is a tree of favorite of Shiva. This is Dr. Shiv Chopra. And it's wonderful in summer for our climate, where the sharbat we make of it helps us deal with heat strokes. And if you do get stomach problems, it's one of the best treatments of amoebiasis.
wooden apple ਉੱਤੇ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈਣਾ नीचे और डालो नीचे मिट्टी और डालो हाँ इसको ऊपर करो थोड़ा बहुत
Thank you
Now the
for the honor.
To the camera. Mas você me dizer, pô?
This too has been patented.
Você me dizer, pô? Sim, pô,
If they have like this and put. नहीं लगेगा. Very good. जाके खड़ी होके दबा दे अंदर चली जा, उसके ऊपर चल रहा. थोड़ा और करना पड़ेगा. तुम लोग पूरा भर लेना. पर वो कहाँ है? हाँ वो. माया अब पानी डाल. माया पानी डाल.
קחי מושמוש. שימי מים ככה. זהו מספיק? עוד?
So during one of my seed collection trips to South India, I was visiting a tribal farmer to collect seeds from his farm, and he was growing 9 crops. I counted the crops. I was so thrilled because I had worked on monocultures of the mind. I'd looked at Punjab and how those monocultures had devastated Punjab, and my spirit just lifted seeing those 9 crops. And when I said to him, "You've got 9 crops," he said to me, "Yeah, Navdanya." And I, of course, didn't understand the significance, and I asked him, "What does it mean? You know, I know 9, but..." And he explained to me that the 9 crops in the field were related to the 9 planets in the universe and the nutrient needs of our body, the chakras in our body, that the balance of the cosmos, the balance of the earth, and our human health balance was all one interconnected whole. You cannot divide it. That is why a farmer doing good farming, protecting biodiversity, is not just growing good food, not just providing health. That farmer is not just providing a livelihood for himself or herself. They are literally upholding the universe. नमस्ते. ये पंजाबी में ना, ये पंजाबी वाले खेत में, पंजाबी बासमती में थोड़ा मिक्सचर आ रहा है. जब बीज करोगे ना अलग करना. नमस्ते शिवा. हाँ
वो बाद में करेंगे जब उसमें भी धान पड़ जाएंगे ना. हाँ वो धान पहली मान निकाल देंगे.
बड़ा वाला खोल अलग.
हाँ अलग निकाल देंगे. वो भी काम में आ जाएंगे. हाँ मिलो धान में डाल देंगे.
नहीं मिलो नहीं, उसे अलग वैरायटी में रखना. मिलो में मत डालना.
वो ये किस्म के नहीं है ना दीदी, अलग है. मंडवा हर साल अच्छा होता दीदी, पर बच जाता था.
बचता मतलब? नहीं अभी तो है खड़ा हुआ.
अभी तो अच्छा है. अभी तो मैंने एक बार इनमें से निकाल भी दिया. पका निकाल दिया. और ये बाद में जो होएगा तो इसको जड़ समेत काटेंगे. उसका जो नीचे का घास बेलों का काम आ जाएगा और ऊपर हमारा मंडवा निकल जाएगा. धूप में काटेंगे और पता नहीं किसके पैर के नीचे आएंगे.
बहुत छोटे हैं ना. बहुत छोटे हैं.
उधर से तो आए. अच्छा माँ मर गई ना.
इनकी माँ मर गई.
हाँ तब इतनी कमजोर है. मतलब बहुत तगड़े रहते हैं.
तो हम दूध दे रहे हैं इन्हें.
हाँ अब दूध रोटी हम दे रहे हैं. अच्छा है ना ये बिल्ली के वजह से.
अरे 2 हैं.
2 हैं. 2 छोड़ी 3 थी. एक कुत्ता मार गया. ये किसी का था ना. हमारा कुत्ते तो कुछ नहीं बोले इसने. पर 2 हैं. ये तो बच्चों ने लपोड़ रखा उनका मुंह.
क्यों लगा?
देखो ना इसके मुंह का ये बच्चे काट रखे हैं ये सारे.
हाँ कैसे गंदी तरह.
इधर के ये बच्चों ने
उनको खाना जरूर देना। हाँ,
इनमें भी तो प्राण है।
प्राण तो है।
तब तो
हाँ,
अभी यहाँ पर जरा मूंगफली पास बैठ गए तो कौवा भी नहीं आ रहा था, इतने छोटे छोटे। अभी बिना माँ के है ना।
इनके वो वाटर बॉटल होती है ना बच्चों के खिलाने की।
ना आप पी लेते हैं।
पी लेते हैं।
मजा नहीं है ना, अपना एक बीज डाला और खाद को ज्यादा कराएंगे। इस समय हम लोग बहुत बड़े हैं।
बस हमारी उस 12 नागे वगैरह के खेत
वो खराब उसमें तो होना है ना,
बारिश ज्यादा हो गई।
बहुत ज्यादा।
नहीं, और उधर वो 5 और 7 वाले भी जरा
वो भी खराब हो गए। उनको तो होना था जिसमें दाला उनके लान खाद रहेगा ना, वो तो जाएंगे बारिश से ज़्यादा। कम बारिश होती है वो सबसे बढ़िया चलते। ये उखड़ी धान हमारा, इससे अगर हवा से लेकिन बारिश के साथ हवा नहीं आती तो गिर जाने से